In this video, I'm going to show you how to hike Strawberry Peak, which is the highest peak in the Front Range of the San Gabriels, named Strawberry Peak over 100 years ago because it looks like a strawberry upside down. The hike is about 7.2 miles out and back, about 1,700 feet of climbing as it goes up from Red Box Canyon to the summit, and it should take most people about 3 or 4 hours. The last little part right here is the tough part up to the summit, but once you get there, you'll get some pretty sweet views of the mountains around you. The hike starts about 45 minutes away from downtown Los Angeles and Angeles National Forest. Specifically, we're going to start at the Red Box picnic area. Now, you're going to take Angeles Crest Highway to get here, and once it reaches the Mount Wilson Road, you're going to look for the Red Box picnic area turnoff. There's a pretty massive parking lot here. There's a bathroom. You do need an adventure pass to park here, but I use the America the Beautiful Pass, which gets me into all federal lands. Definitely well worth the money. There's picnic benches here. You can check out the views. Nice place to have a bite before you hike. And the views down into the West Fork area of the San Gabriel River are beautiful. To start the hike, you're going to go to the end of the parking lot where the picnic benches are. Then you need to go and cross over Angeles Crest Highway. So obviously be careful. People fly up and down this thing. So cross carefully, go up a little bit, and you'll see up ahead there is a trailhead. Here's the sign for Strawberry Peak. We're in the right place. We're on the trail. So let's start climbing up here. And this will start the first section of the climb. Now, the first section of the climb's a little under a mile till we get to the flatter part. About 300 feet of climbing. It's a nice little warm-up as it climbs up along the highway, Angeles Crest Highway. You can see the trail is pretty wide here, pretty easy to follow. And as you go up here, you're going to get some great views that we had earlier by the picnic benches, just a little bit higher up now. Those big mountains in the distance, that's Ontario Peak in the distance there, Telegraph Peak. You'll be able to catch a glimpse of some of the higher peaks in Angeles National Forest. And then there's a couple of wider switchbacks, nothing too crazy. And again, it's all pretty mellow climbing here. At one section, you'll see some remnants of the station fire from 2009, which really did a number on this area. That's where all these dead trees are from. But obviously, it's recovered nicely. Now, when you get up to this fire break here, we're going to make the quick right and then look for a turn off to the left. That's the way we want to go. Don't go straight up the fire break. You can see somebody's blocked it here, but we're going to make the left-hand turn here and head along the ridge. Now, the second section is about 1.5 miles, and we're going to go around the side of Mount Lawler all the way to Lawler Saddle, and that's where the real tough climbing is going to begin. But before we do that, we have some beautiful, beautiful views along the way here as you go to the ridge. That first big mountain in the distance is Mount Lukens with all the towers on it. And as you continue on, if you look back, you'll get nice views of Mount Disappointment. And past that is San Gabriel Peak. And even behind that, you can see Mount Wilson farther in the distance. If you're wondering about the trail, it's in really good shape. The end is a little bit sketchy, but here, really well maintained and a popular trail that's well traveled. You don't really have to worry about any kind of crazy edges or anything. One of the things I love about this middle section is that it's uphill, but just slightly. It feels more like it's flat, so you can catch your breath here after that first uphill and before we get to the steep part right at the end. And I really enjoy the views on this section. You're not going uphill, so you can really just enjoy them. And again, that's Mount Lukens in the distance. There's also tons of wildflowers here if you come in the late spring or early summer. Lots of different colors, really, really beautiful all around. You really get a feel for the wilderness here in the San Gabriels. And as you approach the saddle, you're going to get a nice view of Josephine Peak. That's the prominent peak in the distance there. Another fun hike that I have on my website, HikingGuy.com. You can hike that too. And as you come around the bend, you're finally going to get a glimpse of the Strawberry Peak summit up in the distance. That's where we're going. And we have the hard part sort of in front of us. And their next stop will be that saddle right in the middle there. That's called Lawler Saddle. And from there, we're going to be making our way up the ridge, up to the summit area of Strawberry Peak. Now here we are at Lawler Saddle. It's a little confusing. We're going to go to the left. There's a trail to the right, which I'll show you in a second. But first, let's go over here and take a look at the views. The big one on the left is Waterman. On the right are Twin Peaks. I have a guide for that too on Hiking Guy. But here are the two trails. we're going to go up on the left trail and start the climbing portion, or the harder climbing portion of the hike. All right, this is where the uphill starts. We just have to go from here up to the summit. It is steeper than the last part. If you have trekking poles, they're going to help both going up and coming down. In some places, the trail splits apart. Just try to take the path most trodden, the well-worn path, and you should be okay. And yeah, take your time. If you get winded, if you get tired, just stop, enjoy the views, and continue on up. All right, let's start this thing. What makes it a little bit tougher for me is that in the beginning we have some ups and downs. There's some ups like this climbs with some steeper sections that you might have to scramble up a little, and then there's a couple little downhills, which of course you have to go back up on the way back. They're not too long, and if you're in shape, it should be fine, but if you're hurting on this one, you will definitely feel those. Here, this gives you an idea of how steep it is. It's not all like this, but just be prepared to go uphill rather sharply. Worth mentioning, it's pretty exposed here, so I like to bring at least a liter of water, too, if it's really hot out. I wear lightweight trail runners. You can see what I'm wearing now if you just search for Hiking Guy, best hiking gear. I have all of that on my non-sponsored gear page. I also like to bring a lightweight backpack to carry it all. And there is spotty cell phone reception here, but I bring my inReach just in case. And if you want to bring these directions with you, you can go to my website, just search for Hiking Guy, Strawberry Peak, and you can save this to your phone or print it out, whatever you want to do. And you can also plan a little bit more with the interactive map. All right, back to work on this climb. Now, some parts of it are like, just kind of uphill, and some parts are like this, where you're really going uphill and climbing and putting your hands on rocks. Just take it easy. You can do it. And again, just if you get tired, stop, go slow, and pace yourself. There can be a fair amount of bugs on the climb, and where there are bugs, there are lizards. This is a Blainesville horned lizard, I believe. Not positive, but pretty cool to see one of these guys. Just when you thought it couldn't get any tougher, there are a series of a few false summits as you approach the real summit. You can see one of them in the distance. That's not the summit. But as you continue, eventually you will see it in the distance, and you will reach the summit area, and it will be well deserved. Now, the summit area, for whatever reason, always has a few signs here. I've been here dozens of times. Notice the elevations are different on the signs too. If you look at a map, a topographic map, an official one, it says 61, 64. It doesn't matter, all in the same ballpark, but enjoy the summit. There's some views of Mount Baldy in the distance. You'll be able to see Mount Wilson, Mount Lukens. It's really beautiful up here. That's it. That's the hike. Once you're up here, just enjoy the summit and then go back down the way you came. It's tough. I'm still winded from going up that last part. It's always a little bit tough, so give yourself some time and just take it easy there. And if you want to do another great hike, right over there is Josephine Peak. And if you climb that, it's a similar climb to this, but you'll get awesome views of Strawberry Peak that you don't get to see on this hike. And it looks more like a strawberry that way. So if you do this, doing Josephine right after it is a good choice. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you out on the trails.